How's it going, everybody? Today I'm here with my friend Daniel, who's been selling on Amazon for about 9 months right now, and he just did $100,000 in his first December, actually a little bit more than that. So I'm super excited to break down his journey as an Amazon seller. But if you want to just quickly introduce yourself, Daniel, maybe let us know how you got into the crazy world of Amazon. Just roll from there.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel. So yeah, I've been selling on Amazon for 9 months. I was actually flipping houses, and then I saw some videos. It kept getting my attention. I kept seeing videos of people selling on Amazon. But one day I actually let's look into this, and started doing a lot of research, and I came across your videos, and that's what really drove me to get started with Amazon.
That's awesome. Yeah. Was the house flipping and that kind of stuff going well, or are you trying to find something that was going to really work for you?
No, it was going great. I was flipping houses. I live here in Northern Virginia, so it was a little difficult with the whole finding houses and stuff because there's a lot of competition around here. I ended up looking into Amazon. I started watching videos, came across a lot of videos that were very flashy and stuff, and that kind of drove me away from Amazon. One day I was like, I'm gonna look into it a little more. Started looking into it, and I actually came across your videos, and I got very genuine vibes from you, wanting to help people, and your content from YouTube is actually very useful. From what I saw, I felt pretty good. That made me feel good enough to actually decide to move forward with Amazon, and that's how I started.
That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that there. Glad it's been able to help, and hopefully our conversation here can help some other people make the jump and make some money of their own as well. For somebody who's brand new to the game, can you describe a little bit about what your business model is, and then maybe break down your total sales as well? We talked a little bit about your big flashy December, but just how's the business working for you, basically?
At the beginning, I was just wanted to try out. I wanted to get some products, make sure they were going to actually sell, and the whole thing was real. I went to TJ Maxx, and that's how the whole thing started. At TJ Maxx, bought some shampoos, a knife set, a couple things, and then I made my first FBA shipment after that, and I was just waiting there, sitting there staring at the computer. Will it sell or not to go? Because then once it sold, I was like, okay, it's time for me to go buy. So I waited, and then once I started seeing sales, and I was like, it's go time. So I've actually found a lot of success doing OA, especially because sometimes you can walk into stores and then your return on certain products it's crazy. It's honestly, it doesn't seem real, but it is. So I got into OA. That's what I do mostly. But my future, what I really want to get into more is doing OA, because I can see me being a little more hands off and actually being able to grow the business more and with that structure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, just buying online for you guys who are brand new to the space instead of going into the stores. What's your business breakdown as far as like retail to online arbitrage right now?
I would say about 80 to 20%.
Sweet. So dang, so you're hustling, man. So you did 101 month hitting like outlet stores and stuff then.
Oh, like crazy. So, like I said, I live in Northern Virginia. So during December, actually, what I was doing, I covered all the stores that I could in New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. And I was driving every single day. Lots of driving, but lots of profit. I was filling the car up to where I couldn't even fit. At one point, I had shoes on my lap while I was driving home because I had that many shoes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of you on social media where you can't even see out the right turn. I think I even joked with you, better not take a right turn to the post office or something like that.
I was like, please don't get pulled over. Please.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, so clearly a lot of hustle, putting in the hard work to make it happen there. You talked about going into TJ Maxx or anything like that. Do you remember what was that first item you flipped? Maybe even specifically what it was? Like, how'd that first sale feel?
It was shampoo, actually. I think I made like $8 on it or something like that. There was that. And then also, one of my first things I made sure I started doing was getting ungated with everything, because I felt like I saw people struggling with that a little bit. Not, but more like mentally, because once you actually start doing it, it's super easy. So my first goal was to actually get ungated with big brands. And then while that was happening, I started seeing sales and stuff. And then that's how I started growing.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. You're just buying from big websites to ungate and all that kind of stuff, I would assume, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know a lot of people like overthink that part of the process, and that definitely held me back. No one's really talking about how to do that back in the day. So awesome. You're jumping on that there. So you talked about, hitting those first like TJ Maxx, that kind of stuff, which a lot of people look at that and be like, oh, you can't scale that very well, or you can't make a ton of money doing that. Do you remember like one of those, maybe the first items you started hitting on that was like making you a good amount of money, or something that just was like, all right, this is clicking now. I can see how you can like really scale this, and it's not just buy 2 units here and do a whole lot of that.
So once I started seeing my sales actually happening and stuff, what made me really open my eyes was when I went to the Adidas store and I walked out of there with 160 pairs of shoes. And I have Frenchie, so I had a little doggy stroller with me. And next I have that thing, a tower of shoes. And I'm walking out of the mall with a bunch of shoes and in this doggy stroller, a bunch of people staring at me. But that's when I was like, wow, I just walked out of here with over $1,000 of profit in one store. So after that, I was like, it's go time.
Yeah. Who cares about the weird looks when you're walking out with somebody's weekly paycheck, right?
I had smile from ear to ear.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going sourcing out with the dog, or did you just have the stroller?
At the time I was with the dog, she's a service service dogs. I was enjoying the time. At the beginning, it was more slower pace, very detailed looking, so I got the hang of it. So now it's obviously I can't bring her now. When I'm at where I'm going, I'm making moves for sure.
You're in a flurry right now. I like it. I like it. Sweet. As far as a lot of people are going to want to know, like how much time it's taking you, that kind of stuff. Is still on Amazon your full-time gig? Like how much time are you actually spending running the business right now?
So since I started full time, and then so right now I'm full time for sure. December I was very busy. I was working a lot of hours, but paid off for sure. Paid off. Yeah, that's basically full time.
Sweet. Yeah. I would assume you're putting in at least those full-time hours there.
Yeah. No, in December I was actually waking up at 6:30 and coming back home around like 1:30, and then I had to unload the car, upload everything, and so I was actually working a lot of hours. But I had the opportunity, so how can I not take advantage of it?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. That's a big thing to emphasize though, right? Like you're talking about at the beginning, like it's not flashy. You're not getting the supercars and that kind of stuff as soon as you sign up for the Amazon seller account, but you're just putting in the hard work there and making it work. As far as actually tactically finding those products in the beginning, was there something that just clicked as far as like finding that next profitable item, or is it literally just a game of continuing to scan items in store, continuing to look through the websites? Like what's clicking for you?
So to me, it was mostly like once I started finding replens as well, that's what also made it a lot easier because once I started going to stores, I would memorize every single shoe. I can walk in store now and I can Nike, Adidas, any store, and I can see prices. So if I see a price difference, I already know, hey, this is going to be a hot item. Let's check it out. So memorizing things and getting the hang of it. And then just once I started finding replens and stuff, it all became way more of a smoother operation.
Yeah, yeah, just building that familiarity with the niche that you got deeper into. Yeah, I like that. That's like a weird skill that all of you guys will develop as resellers. It's just like looking at like very specific products. Ooh, $28 for those? Sweet, I'm buying them all. Just like random, like whatever shoe 17. Like I know exactly what a good deal on that is. That's funny. It also makes you allergic to full prices for things. I don't know if you were already like that in your personal life, but I never pay full price for anything anymore.
Yeah, so actually, especially now that I see, now I'm like, should I go buy a gift card to go shopping or something? Just personal stuff, even. I'm like, definitely adds up. Everything adds up. So
yeah, for sure. So as far as taking retail arbitrage and that kind of thing, really scaling that up, have you been like making relationships with any like store managers or anything like that? I know a lot of people who are making good money with retail arbitrage are taking advantage of that.
Yes, a lot. So I've been actually, because I know every single store I go to, I know everybody by their name. I'm friends with everyone, and it's gotten to the point to where I have multiple managers from different stores messaging me like, hey, we have this discount. I'm like, sorry, I'm going to their store right now. I'll be there in 2 hours or so. But that's definitely helped me out because it's even gotten to the point where they will actually hold products for me behind. They will text me, hey, do you want this? Yes, please. And then I get to the store and everything is just waiting for me. It doesn't get easier than that. And then that, and also as well as building relationships online has definitely helped me out. I've actually, one of my best friends, he's actually, we speak every day. He's one of my best friends now. And we share leads, we share everything. And it makes the process a lot funner and a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually just talked to Drew the other day. This video will probably be up a week or two after that conversation with Drew. That's funny. Yeah, we'll jam on that a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit more like tactically about building those retail store relationships. In that initial conversation, like how did you, introduce the concept to them? Like how are you like flirting with these store managers, basically building that relationship?
Around here, my goal was, because there's actually a lot of resellers around here as well and stores. So my goal was, I'm also a very loving person. So it comes naturally to give love to people and you get what in return as well. So from that, actually, then really it just came natural to where I just built relationships with everyone, and it's definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and it probably comes back to the like that real estate background where you're used to picking up the phone a million times, make the deal and that kind of thing too. Like, yeah, you're used to people looking at you like an alien, and then eventually, sure, yes, then you make a bunch of money.
Well, like I've also noticed a lot of resellers actually don't put an emphasis on that. Sometimes when I speak to managers, they're like, wow, you're asking me to get your number down, or you're asking, hey, more stuff than the usual person does. So that's actually also helped a lot because they see me trying, which also makes them, their priorities is like helping me out as well because they see that I'm actually grinding.
Yeah, trying to make life easier for both of you. You want to make money, you want to make things easy for them to clear out whatever they're trying to sell. Yeah, it's a win if you approach it the right way, for sure.
Yeah, stores have actually a quota as well that they have to meet. So bulk buying actually helps them out as well. So it's a win for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you're also jamming on like talking with other Amazon sellers and that kind of thing. We talked about building a relationship with one specific Amazon seller. What does that process look like for you? Why is it so important for people to be talking to other Amazon sellers?
It's very important because it makes your life so much easier. Not only will it grow your business, but it also makes life easier and it's a lot funner while you're doing it. So when I've had a lot of questions and stuff about Amazon, certainly has made, instead of me spending hours trying to find just one question, you can go either, on the FBA Roadmap Discord or friends that I've met and they have already gone through that. People just sit there and answer questions for free. It doesn't cost you any money, and you're building relationships at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot of smart Amazon sellers out there that just want to have a conversation with you. No one in their life is talking about Amazon. Everyone in their life, you're doing what on? Like, you're doing what to make money? And so just toss them a question. Sure, oh, this guy wants to talk. Let's do it. Let's jail. It's not as scary as some people make it seem, for sure.
No, for sure. And then so that's just making posts here and there, showing people I'm trying to do the thing and showing that you have interest and that you're trying to grow the business. That also helps because people, they take you more serious, and it helps overall with the whole business for sure.
Yeah, and you've done an awesome job just documenting the process as you go. We talked about like that one picture I remember, like you couldn't even see to the right in your car, that kind of thing. I'll have to drop the link down below for your social. So if you guys want to go toss Daniel a follow, definitely go do that. But yeah, so as far as getting back into the actual tactical side on Amazon, when you were starting out, was there anything that you had to stop doing? Was there anything that was like, man, this is going to limit my growth? If I really want to hit $100,000 months like you've been able to, was there anything you had to forget about doing?
Oh, more than forget about doing, I'd say more at the beginning. I was scared of buying like a lot of the same ASIN, same product. So now with a little bit of time, and it definitely now I'm not scared of buying it. So that's actually helped me grow a lot, because instead of buying one or two the same product and seeing if it'll sell or not, now I actually feel confident about me reading the charts and stuff, and I can actually buy as many as I can find for sure.
Yeah, and you're taking full advantage of that sale as it comes up. You're not even worried about, is it still around there, that kind of thing. Yeah. Is there anything tactically that kind of made that click, or is it literally just buy items and it just makes sense over time?
Yeah, I think just with over time. Another thing I did at the beginning that helped me a lot, and when I had conversations with other sellers that were beginners, at the beginning, what I did is I sat down and I studied the course. I was studying the FBA roadmap over and over again until I felt really sure about what I was doing. Because then when I went into stores or when I'm looking stuff online, sometimes time is of the essence. That actually made me get a little better with that, feel confident. And then also when I'm going to stores, I don't have any doubt when I'm buying stuff. So it makes the process for sure a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. And then, so obviously you see it all over social media. I see it all over social media. Like Amazon, it's too hard. It's not worth doing anymore. Like, why do you think you've been able to find success pretty quick where a lot of people do try Amazon and fail?
Consistency. I would say consistency for sure. A lot of people I can see sometimes they don't see the results, or they're not focusing a lot of their attention instead of, being on your phone, scrolling on Instagram or something. That's like my mindset to now. I'm trying to find leads, trying to make money instead of scrolling through Instagram and seeing what other people are accomplishing sometimes and they're showing it off, versus I'm like, no, why would I waste my time on that? Let's go find some leads. And that's when also conversating with other people and stuff, it makes your time way more fun.
Yeah, I like that. That's the big thing I've heard with almost every Amazon seller that's question I talk to, is there's not really that much secret sauce. It's just doing the same thing every day, kind of making that daily progress. Is there any certain, I'm going to do this every day, I'm going to spend this amount of hours on this? Is there any kind of structure you do, or is it just work until you're done for the day?
Yeah, I want to get a little more structured, especially when I get, because my goal is to get virtual assistants later on and get a little bit more structure. Right now, I just go by day, wake up and then just start getting and doing orders, checking my inventory or different things like that throughout the day.
Sometimes that's nice though. I like having a lot of variety in the day. It's like the business owner kind of thing. Oh, this doesn't sound super fun. I'll do a whole bunch of this today. That's like part of the perk. I know some people that might drive them crazy, but I like hopping all over the place.
No, for sure. Like to me, sometimes if I want to get out of the house, I love going, talking to people in stores and stuff. So hey, actually tomorrow I'm going to go see stores instead of being at home on the computer.
Yeah, for sure. You also talked about leveraging stuff like virtual assistants, stuff like that later on. When do you think you're going to end up pulling the trigger on that? What's that decision-making process look like for you where you know you're going to be ready?
So actually, Drew and I are going to do that together. And so right at the end of Q1, we're thinking about getting started with that. Let's try to get a little better with my whole finding leads and stuff myself. So then once we get a virtual assistant, I can actually help more, and instead of not knowing too much what to do and just getting help and things being unorganized since the beginning type of thing.
It's also a lot harder to use a virtual assistant for retail arbitrage, obviously, unless you're having them fly over and hit the outlets for you. Yeah, you said your OA percent's 20% or so. So you're doing like 15 to 30K a month OA right now then?
Yep, no way are crazy. Sometimes I'm purchased, like for an example, a shoe I have purchased for $40. I'm making $80 on it sometimes, and I'm definitely love it for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a little hard for you to leave those RA margins a little bit though. Sometimes it's a lot easier to find products. It's a lot easier to scale with online arbitrage. Is like the obvious trade-off that I'm sure you're already running into there. Is there going to be any kind of decision-making process where it's like, all right, I'm done with retail arbitrage now, or do you just see yourself doing it for a really long time?
No, once I actually can get things rolling and have as much momentum as I've been having with RA, once I can get to that point, then I'll actually try to kind of start cutting that off a little more. And because I also want to get back into flipping houses as well. So if I can do both at the same time, I think I'd be sitting pretty well. So
yeah, use a little bit of that Amazon money for some down payments here and there and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like that. That's a big thing. A lot of people they're just thinking about, oh, when we start an Amazon business, I got to do it for 10 years or 5 years. I like that you're thinking about outside investments. It's a cash machine. That's how I like to treat my Amazon business. Is that kind of how you're thinking about it as well?
Yep, 100%. Yeah, actually, I love the way you do your Amazon. I love it. That's my goals for sure.
Nice, yeah. So as far as just like personally, what kind of keeps you going? What's your motivation to be working so hard right now? You got family, like what's keeping you working so hard?
So no, it's actually my girlfriend and I are doing it. But honestly, what I really want to do is just like I love motorsports and stuff. So my goal is to just have more free time to myself later on. So I'm just trying to build right now, so later on I can relax on that stuff and enjoy life a little more.
Nice. Yeah. Have you done like competitive motorsports, stuff like that before?
In Ecuador, my whole family, we used to race and stuff because I'm actually from Ecuador.
That's super fun. And you said your girlfriend, is she in on it with you? Is she hitting outlet stores, that kind of thing? That's awesome. Yeah.
Because December, I was driving all day and she was shipping out FBM orders for me. That helped out big time because December actually was mostly FBM that I was doing. Yeah, while I was out in the stores, she was out filling orders and shipping it out.
Yeah. That's a lot of FBM labels then if you're doing over 100K. And yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, no, she was definitely stuffing the car with shoes.
Yeah. I have to go out. You are a fancy dinner or two after that, I assume. That's awesome. So as far as looking back now, was there anything that was like maybe really held you back in the beginning? Was there anything you'd change about how you started? Or is it just you happy with how things have been going?
I'm very happy with how things been going. Like I said, it was just more beginning having doubts of everything. And then with over time that grew, that went away. And then now I'm definitely super happy with how everything is going.
That's awesome. Yeah. And have you call your shot a little bit here. What's your goal for 2025? And what do you think's holding you back from that goal right now?
My goal is to hit 100K months consistently throughout the year and then grow it to 300,000 at least a month in sales, but also as well giving me more time to myself while so that's my main goal and then go from there.
I like it. Would that be like a December 300K goal? Is that like the dream goal there?
Yes, but I would like to be there before that time.
I like it. I like that. I like that. Yeah.
And then now that I've started opening doors, I can see way more doors opening and it becomes easier and you learn different ways to source and you learn different things that it also multiplies your business as well. So like the beginning, everything is a little harder, but as things go by, time goes by, everything gets easier and easier. So I can see that actually being at the beginning, I was like, oh, 100K a month, that seems far fetched. But now 300K, I don't really see it too far fetched. I see it. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of work and stuff, but with time and effort and consistency, it will definitely be there.
Yeah. You get your eyes opened a little bit. The first sale hits, like, all right, this isn't a scam. That first $10,000 month hits, like, all right, how do I get that 10 times that?
32 days till hit 10,000 the first month.
And that's just because that powerful combo of going out to the store, listing at FBM, like literally you can be making sales the day your Amazon account's open with that.
Yeah. And then in back to school, I hit $60,000 and I think it was in August. So that's when I was like, okay, we're on to something for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what's the bottleneck right now then as far as hitting those big 300K months? Is it products, capital? What's the bottleneck?
Time, definitely time. And because, right now I'm prepping everything myself too. So that takes up some time as well. So that's what I want to focus on, getting a prep center and stuff. So I'm just working on consistency, trying to keep my overhead down as much as possible. And then later on with more time and then stuff. And then I've also have met way more people. So that's also helping me a lot as well to help with growing the business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like that. A lot of people, they'll way overcomplicate things. They need 100,000 different moving parts, the perfect systems, that kind of thing. And you literally got to 100K. It's like, all right, now how do I get a prep center? And like these basic things, a lot of people are overthinking even in the beginning.
Yeah, 100%. And even when I hit 100K, it wasn't like I went and found 1,000 products. No, I just found a few replens. And off those replens, I was just making sure I was getting every single store that when they were getting in stock, I'd make sure I was the first one there buying it. And with just off a few replens, that's what made me super successful.
Yeah, I like that. So for that guy or gal they're watching, they've got a couple sales or they're trying to make their first sale or two. What's that most important action item that they should take advantage of today if they want to take Amazon more seriously?
Just go out and do it. That's the biggest thing, is make sure you study when you go out and you do it, you feel good about it and you're not making mistakes. But then also just go and do it and just go, even if you lose here and there off some products that went down in price, but it's not like you're losing the whole product. It's just, that's another thing I always kept in mind is, let's say if I'm making a certain amount, $10 on a product, worst comes to worst, it dropped $10 in price, I don't make anything and that's that. But I learned my lesson. That helps me grow for sure.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So if this is your 500th YouTube video or something, then go shut it down, go hit the retail store, do what you got to do. Yeah.
That's how I felt at the beginning. I was make sure I know everything. And then I was like, oh, but then once I was like at the store and I started seeing it, it was like, okay, I made my little checklist of what things I had to make sure I checked. And once everything clicked, then let's go.
Yeah, I like that. All right, sweet. So really appreciate your time today, Daniel. That's awesome. Like you're saying, go take advantage of this kind of stuff. If you want to get serious about it, literally just go hit that retail store, go find that item to sell. For anybody who's watching this that want to reach out to you, drop you a follow, that kind of stuff, where can they find you?
At Smart Source FBA on Twitter and Instagram as well. I'm here to help. Any questions or anything, I'm here to help, here to meet people. And yes, sir. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
We'll get the links dropped down below. Go drop Daniel a follow there. He's an awesome follow. Also, if you guys want to drop any questions, comments, anything like that, drop that in the comment section as well. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again for your time, Daniel, and I will see you guys again very soon.